All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. This is the Weekly Punt 2024. This is week 4 edition. Bam! Look at that. We have the slideshow again. All right, big news, everybody. There's big news in the world of football. There always is. Travis Kelce hasn't done shit so far this year. He got with Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden he forgets how to play football. I'm not getting caught up in getting on your targets and all that. Shut the fuck up. Fuck Travis Kelce. Dude's a piece of shit. Uh, Happy to see him fail always. Brett Favre got diagnosed with Parkinson's. I guess stealing from underprivileged black communities really does take a toll on the body. You know, committing welfare fraud really will do that to you. So, man, this is your key not to do any fucking welfare fraud. Joe Burrow and my Cincinnati Bengals are not happy. They're 0-3 after losing on primetime badly to the Washington Commanders. Apparently, they're saying the season's not over. I mean, what else do you want them to say? He's the starting fucking quarterback. The season's pretty much over, though. Jaden Daniels had a coming out party against the Bengals. He looked like fucking Robert Griffin III before he got injured, reincarnated. It was it was mesmerizing to watch. Unfortunately, he played a perfect game. More on this game later because it was pretty much the marquee matchup of week 3. There was a lot of discussions that came out of week 3. This is the weekly punt of the week. You're wondering why the thing is blank. It's because this is the weekly punt of the week frowny face edition because that Bengals Commanders game had no punts. No punts, no turnovers. The first NFL game in history to have no punts and no turnovers. So this is the biggest news in the world of punting, I suppose. Um, both defenses couldn't stop a fucking sentence with a period. Couldn't stop. You can't. Both defenses played like shit. Both offenses played absolutely amazing. 38-33. The only mistakes by the Bengals were getting it's just one missed field goal, and then they got fucked over on a 2-point conversion that should have been called pass interference. They even said it live on the broadcast at the time. It just didn't. That was the 5-point difference right there. Let's talk about the results. Thursday night, the Jets get a huge win over the New England Patriots. Giants Browns. The Giants get another win over Cleveland. Green Bay over Tennessee. Indiana over Chicago. The Bears are still struggling to find offense. Just nothing really happening for them. The Vikings get a dominant win over the Houston Texans. Sam Darnold has really established himself in that team, and it's going to be hard to justify starting JJ McCarthy next year. It's going to be an interesting controversy in Minnesota. Do you trade JJ McCarthy, or do you let Sam Darnold walk and then start JJ McCarthy because that was your original plan? Because Sam Darnold is playing amazing football. Eagle Saints was the biggest snooze fest of the fucking week. 15-12, if that doesn't tell you anything. There were no touchdowns until the fourth quarter, with I think like 6 minutes left. Saquon Barkley had a huge touchdown. Justin Fields is 3-0 as a starter in Pittsburgh after taking down the Chargers 20-10. He's playing great. Bo Nix had a great game against the Bucks, 26-7 for Denver. Carolina Panthers with Andy Dalton at the helm. Andy Dalton had another great game. Fucking week 3 Andy Dalton might be the best quarterback in NFL history. You know, it's I don't know how he does it. One game every year he comes out and he's fucking prime Tom Brady. Seahawks get a win over the injury riddled Dolphins. Uh, Baltimore Ravens absolutely smack the Cowboys at home. Don't let the score being so close fool you. Um, it was not a it was no contest. Uh, Los Angeles Rams come back on the 49ers. That was an insane comeback win in Los Angeles. Lions over Cardinals. Nothing really interesting. Kansas City gets a huge helping out of by the refs again to beat the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. Then we move into Monday night. Two very interesting games. The Buffalo Bills put belt to ass on the Jacksonville Jaguars 47-10. I think Josh Allen had 4 touchdowns at the half and like 400 yards. Absolutely insane. And then we've already touched on the Bengals and the Commanders game, unfortunately. So, wacky week of football. That was terrible. All of those Sunday games, terrible. The one Sunday that I'm like off of work at midday to watch all those games. Snooze fest, every single one of them. Terrible week for the predictions as well. 7-9. That's my first ever losing record for a single week of predictions. Full disclosure, I am recording this on Friday. You're just going to have to trust me that I didn't change my pick for the Thursday night game. In fact, I don't even know who I did pick for Thursday night. I picked the Giants. Of course I did. The Cowboys did beat the Giants already, so I'm already 0-1 this fucking week. Why did I pick the Giants? Why did I think that was a good idea? I couldn't tell you. Anyways, moving into the Sunday slate of matchups, we have the Saints for the Falcons going for the Falcons. They've been playing actually really well with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, and I think as the season progresses, they're going to turn into a very solid team. They do have a very good chance of winning the NFC South. We have Rams versus the Bears, going with the Rams. The Rams, even with all those injuries, even with all those problems, it came back on the 49ers. They played fantastic. Matthew Stafford is always going to find a way to win. A credit to what you have to do whenever you play in Detroit for 10 years. Vikings versus Green Bay, going with the Vikings. I personally think Sam Darnold is comeback player of the year. Justin Jefferson and Sam Darnold connection is special. The Vikings have been playing fantastic. The Packers have also been playing really good, especially with that backup quarterback Malik Willis. It's going to be an interesting game, as it always is in Lambeau. We have the Steelers versus the Colts, going with the Steelers, unfortunately. The Colts have been rocky. They've had really good highlights, but not really good results as a team. The Steelers are 3-0 with Justin Fields at quarterback. I believe they move up to 4-0 this week. Jets versus Broncos, going with the Jets. Bo Nix played great last week. However, I don't think that that's going to translate into much success for the Broncos long-term this season. New York Jets have been playing great. They got a big win last week. It's just... But even though Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old and just coming off a full Achilles tear, he's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still going to win games. Eagles, Tampa Bay, going with the Buccaneers. They have been very solid. They had a terrible week last week. I don't know what happened. I didn't really get much chance to watch that one. Neither did the Eagles. Both offenses struggled. Going with the Buccaneers. Cincinnati Bengals versus the Carolina Panthers. Are the Bengals going to fall to 0-4? That's what everybody wants to see, right? There's no way. There's no chance. If the Cincinnati Bengals lose to the new, what the hell am I saying? Jesus Christ. If the Cincinnati Bengals lose to the Carolina Panthers this Sunday, September 29th, I will fucking bleach my hair. I am count it. Book it right now. I swear to God. There's no chance that we go 0-4 and the season is fucking over already. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. I'm going to predict a big win for the Houston Texans. Jaguars lost 49-10. That defense couldn't stop fucking jack shit. Commanders versus the Arizona Cardinals, going with the Commanders. Commanders haven't punted in 2 weeks. They're looking like one of the best offenses in football. Defense, not great. Offense, fantastic. Same thing kind of for the Cardinals. They've been decent, but not great. Patriots versus the Niners, going with the Niners, even though they came back on from the Los Angeles Rams last week. It's the Patriots. What the hell do you want them to do? Browns, Raiders, going with the Raiders. Unfortunately, Devontae Adams and Max Crosby, their two best players, one on each side of the football, both out. That just came out like 30 seconds before I pressed record on this video. But the Browns are just that much worse. Raiders are going to find a way to win. Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs are going to get help from the refs again to beat the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh. Count it, book it, whatever you want to do. Bills, Baltimore. It's going to be a great game on Sunday night, going with the Bills. Baltimore, again, has looked good, but not great. The Bills have looked fantastic. I believe they move up to 4-0. 2 Monday night games again this week. I don't know why they keep doing this. It's just not good. Titans, Miami. It's going to be a tank bowl right there. It's going to be really interesting. I think the Titans beat Miami. I think Skylar Thompson, their backup quarterback, and obviously Tua are both out. So they're going with like a third string. They might sign Ryan Tannehill. It's bullshit. Titans are going to get a huge win, their first one of the season on Monday Night Football. Then we have the Seahawks versus the Detroit Lions. This game can be a lot more interesting than people think. Give me the Seahawks. Seahawks are 3-0 under their new head coach. And honestly, my predictions are going so bad, we're going fucking balls to the wall. Some of these are the complete opposite of what I want, of who I think is going to win here. And we're just rocking and rolling with it. All right, there we go. There's week 4 predictions, hopefully better than week 3. Thank you all so much for watching. Another note to touch on my fucking Bengals. First team in Super Bowl history to lose when scoring 4 touchdowns and having 0 punts. Every other team, let's talk about it. Every other team in NFL history had won when they have 4 touchdowns and 0 punts. However, my team, of course, this fucking year figured out how to lose with those stats. This is why I love football. This is why you love it. This is just why you love. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching another week of the Weekly Punt. Week 4 predictions hopefully are going to go much better than week 3. Bengals, please don't fall to 0-4. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.